So today I am here in New Milford, New Jersey to take a look at a Jeep. Ron, what do we have here?
It's a 2014 Jeep Wrangler Willys package.
And what was the Willys package? What made this different from a standard Wrangler Sport or whatnot?
It comes with the mud terrain tires, the black Rubicon wheels, a couple other
I do like
things,
those rims.
the rock rails, a couple stickers, and the front grille is black instead of color matched.
Okay.
It has a sport suspension. Then it has a limited slip rear standard for the package, and 373 gearing.
That's pretty steep gearing for this.
Yeah, it definitely it's nice.
And what color is this Jeep?
Anvil.
Anvil. I like that a lot. I think that it absolutely suits this Jeep.
Yep.
Now, I see a lot of aftermarket stuff.
Yeah.
What do you have done to it?
I've done a couple things. The first thing I did was, I believe the lights were the first thing. The KC lights.
KC lights.
Top.
Yeah, good choice.
Yep. I like them. They're long distance kind of driving lights. So when you're away from New Jersey, they work really well.
Right.
After that, I did a leveling kit and wheel spacers. The leveling kit's just rubber pucks that go above the spring.
Okay.
And it lifts it 2 inches in the front, 1 inch in the rear. I just leveled it out a lot nicer, and I planned on getting a winch when I did that, so I didn't want it to droop anymore.
And it doesn't.
It doesn't, no. Then I did Spider Trek wheel spacers, which move the wheel out 1.5 inches,
Okay.
so that they're not inside the fenders. I like them if they stick out a little bit on the fenders. And I plan on getting a little bit bigger wheels once these wear down, because these were factory.
Yeah,
So,
once it's time.
Once they're time, I'll go to probably a 280, 570. I'm thinking about BF Goodrich KO2s, all terrains. Then I did a front bumper. That's a LOD off-road lightweight mid-width front bumper.
I love that bar.
Yeah, that's the main reason
so
I got
good
this
looking.
one. Is because most of the other ones, they look pretty flimsy.
Yeah,
They're
this
light
is
bars. This one
serious looking.
has some
And you
beef
hung
to
a
it.
light bar from it too.
Yeah, this light bar cost me, I think, $35 on Amazon.
Mm-hmm.
And then I worked with John, so I just bought all the wiring from there and wired it up myself into a switch that I put on the inside. I'll show you that when we go inside.
Now, tell me about the winch.
The winch I just recently got in December.
A couple months ago.
Yeah, I bought it off a kid who I went to EMT school with. He crashed his Jeep and had this on it, so he had no more use for it. It's a pretty expensive winch. I got it for a great deal. I couldn't pass it up.
So his misfortune was your fortune.
Yeah. I haven't really used it yet besides to test it out, but hopefully.
It looks cool as
It looks
well.
good.
Yeah, let's be honest.
Yeah.
Now, what about the? I see you got different headlights on there.
Yeah, that's another thing I got a really good deal on. They are truck light LED lights. They make a huge difference when you're driving at night. I think, don't hold me on these numbers, I think they are like a $300, $400 headlight. I bought it off of another Jeep guy who comes into the hardware store all the time. He gave them to me for $50
That's fantastic.
because he needed to upgrade his headlights because he wanted these higher end
So
ones
he wants to step up from here.
from there. And
Yeah.
I was like, of course I'll
Yeah,
buy them
absolutely.
because I knew how bad the headlights on the stock Jeeps.
So you were happy to get a really good deal, and he's happy to get a little something for him.
Oh yeah, it was great. The other thing I did, I put in a CB radio.
Okay.
Um,
Can you open that front door?
yeah, I did a CB radio. I mounted it up top there.
There it is.
That was just a fun little install.
Yeah, it looks cool there.
I don't really use it too much.
No, it's just
I turn it on when I go on the highway. It's good to listen to.
You got your, is that a 4 or 5 cell?
That's a 4-cell Maglite.
That's a great spot.
I've had that for years, and I figured that was a perfect spot
that
for
really
it.
is. Now, have you had any problems with that, the batteries going bad in the cold weather?
The
Like, in
Maglite?
other words, you go to use it, it doesn't work?
No.
Like, I've heard
Not
some
really.
people say, like, if you leave the batteries out in the cold, that they lose power over time.
No, this has been pretty good. I mean, it's not the brightest light, but it's good backup. I put an LED bulb in that too.
I'm gonna get around the other side here.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, this is manual,
Yep, manual transmission.
and you have you do not have power windows. You have
I do
cranks.
When
That's kind of neat.
I bought this. I ordered it special order from Jeep. There's a whole story about. I'll tell you the whole story about that. But the way the pricing works at Jeep, it's not. It wasn't cost effective to buy the power options, the
Okay.
power locks and power windows,
And you didn't care about it.
and I didn't really care about it. It's a 2-door.
Yeah.
I have no problem reaching across and rolling up the windows.
Yeah, fine.
So the only options I got with this car, or this Jeep, is the hardtop, AC, and the Willys package.
And you skipped the soft top too.
I skipped the soft top. I
Yeah,
did not want the
brilliant.
soft top.
Yeah, it's kind of a piece.
I took this off a couple of times last year. It was great. But
That's all you need. Now,
Yeah.
what are these switches for? I see some custom switches here.
yeah, I put those switches in when I got the LED light,
So
that
one
I could,
does the LED
So
light.
this does the LED light
Okay.
up front on the bumper. This does the KC lights.
Okay.
This one's blank for now, but I'll use it once I get a blue light permit, because I'll get that pretty soon, since I'm a EMT.
You're certified EMT now.
Certified EMT. I
Okay.
just got to get the paperwork.
Out there saving lives, making a difference. Driving a Jeep. Now, here, let me stop this a second. Yeah, let me just get these. There's the 4-wheel drive. That does not come on a standard Jeep.
That's a retro
It looks neat.
sticker. It came stock on the.
And this
Willys
is one of
package.
my favorites. The little Willys on the tire.
Yeah. And then I put this panel on the back.
Yeah, that's
Ordered that off
nice.
eBay. It's great to hang little things on it.
And it looks, again, it looks cool.
Yeah.
I really think all the mods you did to this are, you know, none of them are over the top. I think they
No.
all suit this vehicle really well, and they add to it.
Yeah, I don't like the rock crawler look.
Nah.
I want more of a overlanding safari type style. I don't want really big tires. You know, I like adventure kind of stuff better than the big rock crawlers.
Plus getting in and out of that.
Yeah.
All right, now
I don't want side steps, so I don't want it to go
that's
any higher.
exactly. Yeah, no, I'm in the same boat with
Yeah.
mine. Now, tell me about when you ordered this. There's something very unique about this particular Willys.
Yeah, well, first, I guess before I had this, I had a 2003 BMW M3, and it was getting higher mileage, and maintenance on it was kind of getting rough. And I wanted a Jeep for the winter. So I looked around on Craigslist, pretty much everywhere I could find an auto trader, and I wanted a older Jeep. But I could not find one for a reasonable price that wasn't a rust busted.
Right.
Or would need way more work than I'm willing to put into it
I think part of the
for,
problem there
for a
is
winter
that,
car.
yeah, is that these hold their
Sure.
value so well. That in another video I had made, I actually mentioned that if you're interested in one, I think you're almost better off going out and buying a new
Oh,
one.
definitely. If you want one that's, you know, in good
Period.
shape,
Yeah.
you're better off just buying a new one. So that was around 2013, and I was looking, and I happened upon like an article online about a new package, and I saw it was the Willys package, and I thought it looked amazing. And I'm a big fan of retro type stuff. So the Willys Overlander, which is the original company that designed the Jeep before the Second World War, they were the original owners of Jeep. Now it's part of Chrysler. But I like that throwback type package. That was really interesting to me. So I actually ordered this. Actually, I went to the Jeep dealer on Route 17 in Paramus. I hate them. I walked in there and I said, I want to look at the new Willys package. And the first guy I talked to said, what Willys package? You mean Willie Nelson? And I was like, no. And then I went to the next guy and he had to look it up on the computer and he couldn't find anything about it. So about a few weeks later, I went back to the same Jeep dealership. I don't know why I went back to them, but I went back to them and I put in an order for it. It was actually on December 7th, 2013. So Pearl Harbor Day. And I ordered this Willys in this color from the factory. I had to wait a few weeks. And then and when I was doing that, I started looking at information online. I joined the Wrangler forum, and I found there a thread about people that order their Jeeps and wait for their Jeeps and describe what they're getting. And somebody on those threads, he actually works at the Jeep plant. So I got in contact with him. I sent him my VIN number, and he told me when the Jeep was coming up on the assembly line to be built.
So he was able to follow firsthand your
able
Jeep.
to follow it through the whole assembly
But
line.
he was not able to get you pictures or anything like that.
No, he wasn't allowed to take pictures or anything.
That would have been awesome.
Yeah, I asked, but
Yeah, that's
they said they're not allowed to take any pictures.
top secret.
Yeah. So I was in contact with him, and he came up and he sent me a message saying, "Oh, your Wrangler is up to be built within the next few hours." I'm like, "Oh, great, fantastic, thanks so much." He said that yours will be the first one available to the public with this Willys package.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So awesome.
2 more were coming before this one, but they were base models, black, had no options, and they were going to be for Chrysler.
So they were not
not
going to be
available
sold to the public.
Yeah, not available for the public. This would be the first one out the door available to the public. I think I was probably like the second person to take delivery of it within like a day.
Yeah, but this was the first one off the
to
assembly
roll out
line
the door.
to be sold to the public.
Yeah, with this Willys package.
That's a great
And then
story.
the guy actually wrote me a little note and put it in the sealed owner's manual, which I can show you.
We can take a look at that.
Yep.
Let me pause it. All right, so now when you got this package, it was all it was shrink
It's all
wrapped.
sealed up like it comes from the factory.
That's pretty neat. So the guy had put a note inside it.
Inside of it was this note. He wrote, "Congratulations, Ronnie Steele." That's my name on my form. "This is your third Willys Wheeler built that was going to the public, and the first one to go out the door.
That's awesome.
And hope you enjoy it."
Now, do you still go on those forums at all?
I don't really write much on them, but I do go on them.
Just go and check them out. For
Go
new
check them
things or
out.
whatever.
If I'm looking for information, I use them a lot. If I need to wire something up or
You
want to
go
learn
on
how
there.
to do something, or I've been looking for tires. So
Now you're going to keep these rims and just
I love these
upgrade-
rims. Yeah,
So the rims aren't going anywhere.
the rims are not going anywhere.
There's a little Willys somewhere.
Yeah, there's some Willys on all 4 of them.
Yeah, I was trying to see it before, I guess because of the glare, I couldn't see it.
That is really neat. I love that. I think it's a great touch. I just think it's all around. I think it's a very unique Jeep. I'm really grateful you gave me the time to give me the walk around tour of it.
Yeah, of course, and I'll update you if anything changes.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, well, thanks for your time, and everybody, thank you for watching, and I will catch you later. If you enjoyed the video, please take the time to like and subscribe.